Everybody? I only see 3 people.
Oh, full scene.
We need our background.
There it is.
Admit it. Life would be boring without me.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Hi, Hyper Bunny.
Hey, for once, Dave was here. I was the one that wasn't ready.
See? See? I have to work with professionals, John.
I had a meeting with Ron.
Hey, green users.
I was at lunch, and Ron said, hey, when you get back, come to my office.
Yeah.
And so I go to his office, and we're talking.
Yeah.
And then he goes, hey, don't you have a show in a little bit? I looked down, there's 16 minutes left until the show. And I was like, you're right.
Yeah.
So.
But that's usually when, like I was telling you before we went on the, I know, Reaper Harley, we're on time. Before the meeting. Meetings with Ron and meetings with you is kind of like, you just lose track of time.
Those are the good ones.
Yeah. Oh, it's Ron's fault. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ron.
Well, yeah, he's not here. Sure, it's Ron's fault.
It's whoever's not in the room's fault. So, yeah, it's been a good Friday so far. So, just had some good meetings. I've been making molds. That's it. I'm getting caught up, which is really nice.
Less stress? Less pressure?
I used to say it's like juggling, but it's more of like an accordion. It's like we ran out of molds, right? Yeah. Or we were low.
Yeah.
And so the molds built up, and then we got a bunch of molds in, and then now I have to go make them. Yeah. So now all my time's doing that. And then once I get caught up, then I can do other stuff.
Yeah.
And then this stuff, and then it's like you're back and forth.
It's like this constant caterpillar is what I've always viewed it as. Hey, Baxter. And Kara,
any more painting? No, I haven't. I've been too busy. But yeah, next week. I'm almost caught up. I got 3 molds left, and then we're good. Yeah, Batgirl, the one I was painting.
Oh, you're doing a Batgirl?
She was over here. She's over there now.
Oh. Like the Batgirl or a different Batgirl?
The one that we just released. It's like it's like a bat, like an actual bat.
A real bat. Okay. Not like
she has like a staff.
Not the 60s adventure TV
whip.
show. Yeah.
Yeah, it's looking so good. Madman, I found you guys. CPU's in the shop, but have my phone. Oh, nice. I hate when my computer goes down because
you feel disconnected.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel kind of
like something's missing.
Yes.
Your whole life is beginning to fall apart.
I think I was born in the wrong generation. This is what I tell my wife is that it's like I think I'm an iPad kid that was just a couple generations too early.
Yeah.
Because I just need that.
Yeah.
I need that stimulation.
Yeah.
Like when I'm doing the dishes, I need to have like podcasts or TV going.
Something. Yes.
I just can't just sit there. I have to be like listening to something.
Yeah, what is it they call it? Disconnect from the hive.
Yeah. And I do work much better whenever I'm like listening to a podcast or like I'm mowing my yard. I feel like I'm done immediately. If I was just mowing my yard with nothing, oh gosh, that just sounds awful.
See, I do well when I have either music blaring or the Bloomberg channel blaring. So,
No, you hear music coming from your office all the time. Yeah. I'm not a big music person. So.
Yeah. No, man, the right music at the right mood, man, you just like, you just go.
And so.
You got the, we're moving.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I can pull that up if you want. Talk about it real quick.
Yeah. Yes, my music volume is very loud. The louder it is, the more intense it is. And if it's the Imperial March, just stay the F away.
I can't make it smaller. Here we go. Just a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're moving.
Yeah.
I saw today that Detin and Rose, he had a party. He had a big grand opening.
He remodeled his shop and he had a grand opening for his factory. And how much do you charge to give tours at Reaper?
0.
He charges €8.
Oh, 8 per person?
Yes.
Oh.
Children get a slight discount.
Officially, I charge nothing.
Okay.
There's been a few times where parents sometimes will try to hand me money, and I'm like, no, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, so he's always like, Dave, you need to charge more for your tours. Yeah, I'll think about it.
We could.
Yeah.
$5.
Yeah.
I don't know. Get you a free miniature.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Something. But and that's great. You have the Union Jack there, and you have the flag of the Netherlands there. So
yeah, Ron made this.
Yeah.
Go Ron. I like that art style, that kind of old map style.
Yes. Is there a way to get rid of ads on Twitch?
You have to. I think if you subscribe.
He doesn't want to pay though.
Interesting. Oh yeah. I mean.
No.
Correct. Yeah. I think the only way is if you are subscribed to the person.
Ooh.
I think.
Ultimate
Amazon
burn
Prime.
There from Kara.
Amazon Prime. Oh, Kara looks like AI. I'm gonna start telling that to Ron every time he makes something. Looks like AI, Ron. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if I believe it. The ads did get longer. I did notice. Another cool thing, though, I think Twitch is doing the right thing. So when you first click on somebody and you go to their Twitch stream, it'll play an immediate video,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Unless you're subscribed. If you're
Yes.
subscribed, I think there's no video. But they also do ads in the middle, like let's say an hour later or whatever,
Right.
intermittent ads. But what they're started doing now, instead of putting your video up in the top left in a little tiny window and playing the ad, they have the ad playing in the small window and your stream still going, but you can't hear it.
You can't hear your stream.
But you can still see it and stuff. So at least that's a step in the right direction, I guess. I understand that they have to make money and all that stuff, but I just,
They got to make some money.
It sucks,
Come on.
Yep, it is. Madman's been catching up on some painting. Nice. I can't wait to catch up. You get another ad. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, if you crash or restart, if you refresh the page, it shows you an ad again.
You got to start all over.
Yeah. We'll go back to this real quick. We'll cap this off. Yeah. But, we expect it to be done by sometime towards the end of summer, I think is the estimated completion.
I think the first or second week, probably maybe by the second week of July.
July, okay.
Yeah, is when he's going to have everything in there and hopefully set up, and then we could start
test systems and make sure.
We've got to test it and then get it going. But
ship him a big restock so he has a good stock to start with. Yeah, and I think what did it say in the news post?
And you get a lot of good feedback.
June 22nd. So June 22nd is when we're going to start closing the orders for.
Right, but the orders are actually now going to get shipped temporarily out of here
from the U.S.
Okay. And then he's going to take over, I think, in the second week.
So it's not too long. It's only about a month if we expect it to be that much.
Yeah,
as long as there's no snafus.
He's been sending me pictures of everything about the Reaper warehouse at his factory,
like where everything's going to go and stuff,
and all that. So he's excited. I'm excited.
Nice, Mixa. Yeah, I'm excited. What is this going to mean? Like for imports and things like that.
Well, we everybody. Hey, Roger. Everybody knows there was the Brit exit, so England is no longer part of the EU. Yes. So anytime you try and ship from England into the EU, you've got import fees, possible tariffs, duties, all that sort of stuff. And so the U.S. has always had it to European Union or the UK. It's always been there. It's just part of our doing business. But what this will do is, I think, will open up probably a bigger audience in the European Union.
Because the EU is bigger than the UK, right?
Yes.
I guess population-wise.
Yes. So we're hoping for that. And the EU, the UK, I think, after the Brit exit, from what I've read, I could be wrong, I'm not perfect, that the UK economy has been suffering since they pulled out. And that has also been reflected in our sales. And so I'm hoping that a jump in European sales will help mitigate that.
And I know that the EU UK people have always had issues like trying to get our paints and things like that. So hopefully this will help with all that.
Yeah.
Especially with
some
other projects that are coming.
The European Union passed a rule that you actually, and this is in addressing things like when you order online and the stuff is, say, coming from China, but you want to return, or you got a complaint, right? Well, no, there's no one. You're not calling China, So what happened is the European Union is basically, if you plan on selling in the EU, you have to have some representative in the EU that our citizens can contact.
Yes.
And so that's where Ramon also stepped up.
That's right.
So, yeah.
There we go. I'm excited.
Yeah,
it'll be nice.
So am I.
Maybe we can visit.
I plan on visiting in October. Like I said, when we sold the building over there, I promised Vicky a vacation. We hadn't had one since 2019. So I'm planning on taking her to Europe.
Do you remember when? October?
October.
October. Yeah.
Because I want to, I know. I'm just a hopeless, Twitch, I'm a hopeless romantic. I want to make sure that it coincides with the Essen toy show.
Essen, yeah. Yeah. Hey, set them up. That's just good planning. Okay.
So yeah, we'll go check out that a little bit, and then we'll go do the tourist things. Trentenberg, I think is what it's called, the forest where the Roman legion was ambushed by the barbarians, and the beaches of Normandy, and the bridge at Remagen, all that history.
All the cool history stuff.
Yeah, that's me.
And then
we'll even get to see Waterloo.
Oh, the Battle of Waterloo?
The battlefield of Waterloo.
I did a band show.
Yeah.
Called the Battle of Waterloo.
Yeah.
Our whole band halftime show was based on
seriously?
it. Yeah.
That would have been cool to see.
It was what 2010
years ago, back before Reaper, when I painted miniatures, and it was a fun hobby. Ed and
Still fun chat.
We played Napoleonics,
Yes.
15 millimeter Napoleonics, and so my army was the Waterloo, the English army from Waterloo.
Waterloo.
Yeah.
Did they have, what were their colors? Did they have blue or purple in there?
They have a mix, but predominantly the English were red. With white trim.
Okay.
But like if they had what they call the American snipers, back then the barrels were not rifled. They were just smooth bore, and the bullet would bounce around as it came out. Highly inaccurate. And then they had just recently discovered, that if you put a twist on the bullet through rifling of the barrel, it becomes more accurate. And that's why those barrels have that twist in. Yeah, the spiral that leaves the marks whenever you watch the criminal shows and they're matching up that's from that rifling. Well, anyway, so you had special elite units that were rifles, snipers. And so the British had the American unit, which I think maybe they came from the American colonies. But anyway, they were green.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't all just, red.
For some reason, I thought there was like purple somewhere in there, but
yeah,
I think it's because their band shirts were purple. So
I prefer accounting now
instead of miniature painting. When you said miniature painting was fun,
it was. Yeah, haven't painted a miniature in I don't know how long. That is my dire warning for anybody who wants to turn their hobby into a business. It's no longer a hobby.
Yeah, I know. Said we were gonna have Michael Janae on, but he was busy again today. So he
if
was
I
out
had
today.
a nickel for every time I heard that.
He wasn't over there. And then DJ was busy because he was off earlier this week. So he's
did he at least bring Zeus?
I think Zeus was here. I think. I'm not in that building at all, so I don't know. When I went over there, I didn't see him. So retired and busy.
Yeah. Question mark. Retired and busy?
Yeah. Good news.
Very sus.
I got some good news about ReaperCon. I know you guys have been paying attention. Last Reaper Live and a couple Reaper Lives ago, we talked about pseudo Ludos, about Ludo not being able to make it, possibly. Well, we got an update.
Yes.
Ludo will be there.
Yay! All right.
Ludo will be at ReaperCon. We will still have pseudo Ludos to help him. He would still like the help running it and passing things out and doing things like that. So Ludo sent me an email on Monday, I think, and he said, I will be coming. Good news.
Cool.
So he'll be there all week. So
and we have the Ludos.
Yeah, I was really stressed. Honestly, that was the thing that was stressing me the most about ReaperCon, because the hobby hijinks is such a big part of it, and well, I think we can have both, because we might as well start training more people and getting used to like running it as a group and things like that, instead of just all relying on Ludo. You know what I mean? And he will appreciate it.
And it's not a ReaperLand unless I get a text message.
Oh yeah.
It's actually from Ron, and the DDRPG Kickstarter will be shutting. The Pledge Manager will be shutting down on August 1st. You heard it first here on ReaperLand.
That's his current plan. Yeah, he talked to me in the meeting about it.
But we brought the news, not Reaper Live.
Yeah, you guys heard it here first.
Yeah.
So you have a whole month,
August 1st,
month and 10 days.
Yeah, month and a half.
So you got until the 1st of August for your DDRPG Pledge Manager. So, and then since we're on the topic of ReaperCon, we might as well keep going with that.
Okay.
I put out a post today showing off the 4 iconics. And so obviously you guys have seen them probably on Reaper Live and stuff, but these are the finished, ready to go faction models for next year, for ReaperCon this year. So we have Sandra Seth, really cool technology. This is kind of a good showcase of what 3D printing can do.
Yeah.
And what I've been recently showing this off on tours because to showcase what 3D printing technology can do, obviously. Because these little fence posts would be impossible to do in traditional molding. And so now we can do this. And they're pretty thin. They're kind of flimsy and flexible, but you can do things like that. So it's really cool.
Does the tombstone actually say anything?
I don't know. You would have to ask.
I mean, hypothetically, 3D printing, you could put something on there.
You could. I think I think there was
originally.
It looks like letters,
but
I think they're all kind of just scratches and stuff like that. So I think originally they probably did.
But that's cool. That is a very cool miniature.
Yeah, she's cool. And then we have Sir Torin Mail. You can see his arm is going to be see-through. It's clear.
Yeah.
Because it is a fire sword. And
Very
so
cool.
you guys can paint your fire swords. I'm excited to experiment with some clears. I haven't done anything with clears yet.
And any engineers out there, you would actually have to be able to run an LED light through his feet, wire, and then have the sword light up. But you'd have to drill through.
Dremel.
Give your engineers something to do.
That's actually kind of cool idea. I am excited to experiment with some clear stuff, and I think this would be a good model to do.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
This one is really cool. This is Garavank, the old Garavank, the Ghoul King.
I thought that was me on Monday.
This guy. And this the one we showed off on Reaper Live had a broken dagger.
Yeah.
And the thing I really like about these guys is that a lot of his accessories are bone.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see the dagger is made out of bone.
Right.
He has all these little bones on him.
The belt holding the skull right behind my head.
Oh, yeah.
Which is right there.
A couple of heads.
Yeah.
And then his crown is made of bones. He has he has a spine all the way across, like hooked around his club.
This vertebrae. Yeah.
And so I want to paint this guy.
And he's got a Gene Simmons tongue.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah.
Look at the veins in his hand though, holding the dagger.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
Yeah. This guy's cool. He's one of my favorites. And then lastly, we have the newest one.
I like this one. Yeah.
Lord Colorad.
Yeah. I can't wait. Now, since it's all clear, again, running light up underneath and then painting over it to accent some lights and hide some lights. Yeah.
And the base is its base, so that's gray plastic. And then the actual model itself is all clear.
Yeah. That's going to be so cool.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see what they do with that.
He mimics the artwork.
Mm-hmm.
So Dave is onto something. That's right. Thanks, Keith.
Hi, Keith.
Me too. But yeah, these are the 4 iconics, and these will be sold individually at ReaperCon at the booth, and as well as a bundle. So you can get a bundle with all 4.
Oh yeah.
So you'll be able to just buy them as a group if you want. I know originally we talked about their bases being swappable, but unfortunately that is not the case.
That is not going to work.
But we can try that for next year. Yeah. I know that these two, the top 2, can swap. Because they're similar round bases.
Yeah.
These 2 are very custom, the bottom 2.
Yeah.
But, that's always there for later.
Or back to the engineers just to custom build a base,
And then I kind of want to show you something that's kind of secret. Oh, wait.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait. Did we show it off?
John is going into Ron mode.
No, we showed it off. I'll show it off anyway since we're here. Ron showed it off on Reaper Live last week, I remember.
Oh, did he? Okay.
So it's not super groundbreaking, but I see that Hyper Bunny was asking me about swag bag and like where those were going to go. But those are. Will there be a discount for the bundle? Yes. So if you buy them all individually, obviously it's going to be a little bit more expensive. Right. But if you buy them in a bundle, it's a little bit cheaper. Right. Obviously, that's why people do bundles, right? Those are not going in the swag bag. The swag bag, I think, will have something else in it. It has a few other things. It has the mouselings, the dragon mouseling, the mouseling, not the dragon mouseling. I'm so sorry. The knight mouseling.
And then there's the miniature that we only sell at conventions. We'll have that there.
Sister Sophie.
Yeah,
she'll be there. The swag bag. I forgot what model goes in there. I think it's just the knight, the mouseling knight, the big one. I think goes in there. I heard a Discord message. Yeah, sometimes I think last year. So there's been a bunch of different things over the years. We would say you would come up to registration and you say, "What faction did you choose?" And we would give you that model. And that happened for a long time, and then we randomly started putting different iconics in the bags randomly. So you would get one, you would go buy the rest of them if you wanted all of them, or if you didn't get the one you wanted, and things like that. So now I think it's just a little bit easier to do as a bundle, so you can buy them all, or if you just want one of them. You just go buy one.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then since we're on the topic of ReaperCon real quick, we showed this off.
Oh yeah, we've seen this one before.
This was the old bell.
Love the skull at the coming out the spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ron was like, I don't know how we're gonna do that in miniature form because it's like a wisp. It's like a glowy wisp. And I was like, yeah, it'll just have to be attached at the elbow and attached at the wrist. So it came out great. It's thick enough. It's going to be nice. And I believe she's 75 or 50. I think she's 75 millimeters. Oh. Thanks, Carl, for the follow. It is another Guzelle. Yeah. I'm just going to start saying Guzelle. That's the right thing to say, I think, Kara. That's
yeah,
that her
and the
first name?
headdress. I love that. That's very like oracle,
Yeah,
kind of
seer.
yeah,
like very mystical.
yeah.
And she has a whole bunch of lore that Ron wrote up, and Joseph.
She's got the bells.
Yeah, a bunch of them. Yeah.
Oh, this way. Yeah.
Yeah, there's the big one.
Maybe she's a motorcycle rider. They use bells for good luck on there. Yeah.
There's some lore around the bells too. So,
is there?
Once we release this in its full advertising form, we'll have the little blurb about her. So yeah. Guzel by Guskarova. Thanks, Kara.
Hyper Bunny, it's 54 millimeter, 70. I don't know. John?
I think that's right. I believe it's right. Ron was just throwing out numbers randomly, so I don't know.
Like he does.
Yeah. And so I believe that's right. 70 millimeters. I believe that is correct. So really cool stuff. So I'm excited for all the models at ReaperCon.
Yeah.
And that's all the cool ReaperCon updates I think I got. That at least I think so. The more important one is that Ludo's going to be here.
Yes, that's the important one. And that's what you led with, so that's good.
Yes, Ludo will be here. So I'm excited. You'll hear about it again on next Thursday.
We already told them that the truck got stolen, didn't
yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I forget where we left off with that.
We talked about insurance last week and kind of like what the process is for that and all that stuff and how far it was and how much damage there was. So we talked quite a bit about it.
Did we?
Yeah.
Okay, it's currently at the
dealership.
Mm-hmm. Did I discuss the damage they did?
Yeah, they took off the panels and took off the GPS. Yeah, we talked about it.
Oh, okay. And the OnStar?
How they were not helpful at all?
No. See, yeah, that's part of. So I got the estimate in.
Oh, for the cost?
Yeah, $6,500.
Oof.
Yeah, and the thing is that $4,500 of it was just for OnStar.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Because they disabled the OnStar stuff?
They didn't disable it. They ripped it out.
Oh, so it's gone.
It's gone.
Oh.
And the thing is that, they have the OnStar, the antenna where you get your satellite music or, Wi-Fi or whatever, right? Well, then they run a coaxial cable through the roof down and behind the dash and then into... Well, they took the box. They couldn't find the box. So the box is gone for OnStar. But... they literally ripped the coaxial. Well, coaxial cables cannot be spliced like you can regular wires.
Yeah.
So literally what happens is you have to take down the roof, go find the antenna, and rerun an entire coaxial cable behind the dash, put in a new box, and then hook it up that way. And that was $4,500 of the $6,500.
Ugh, because they all that labor of taking it apart. Putting it back together,
yeah. So got that, but it's in the shop getting fixed. So there's the update on the truck if anybody cares.
Nice. I mean, we need it.
Yeah.
I guess back to ReaperCon a little bit.
I'm sorry.
Cool.
I thought we were done.
It's just a small little thing for me. Because last year we rented the truck I rented a Penske truck because we were a Penske thing, so I could move all the stuff myself. This year I have a new solution. I have a bunch of new containers that will hold all the cables and everything. So I have like 5 of them that should be able to hold everything. And the other thing we need to bring is, I guess we don't even need to bring that table. We could set up tables.
So we're saying we still need to rent a truck to move everything though.
Oh, I mean like the movers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it'll be a lot easier on my end because then I can just put it on a pallet and not have to move it myself.
There you go.
That took a lot of time last year.
So
way more than I thought.
You're wising up, and you have more efficient solutions.
Yeah, I didn't leave until like super late. It was awful. So.
Well, yeah, and that's one of the things I wanted to change is that let's make sure because what happens is you're going like, okay, well we've got our stuff all packed away. All right, see you tomorrow.
Yeah,
and then you're left over here, So it's like, okay, everybody, all Reapers. Get over there, check with everybody else. Make sure everybody's done.
And I misjudged how much stuff we brought.
Yeah.
Because I wanted that nice, cool set. Yeah. And I wanted it to look nice. And I had all these things, the suits of armor, the barrels. And it did look nice. But it took a ton. So.
What about that backdrop from the store? Can we take that instead?
Yeah. But
I mean, would that be more efficient?
I'm trying to think about, No, it would be, yes. Okay. I haven't really thought about a backdrop this year. But yeah, because I've been focusing on this. But I think maybe the backdrop will be the convention hall. So we'll just, how we normally do the set?
Yeah.
We just flip it. So
now
now
are we going to
your
do a
back is
Reaper
facing.
Live or a Reaper Land at the show or no?
We will probably do a Reaper Live. I think
Yeah.
so.
Okay.
Because then
Did
we can
do
talk
one
about the
last?
secret project.
Oh,
No?
yeah. But we didn't do one last year, did we?
We did. We did. I have pictures of it.
Oh, well,
yeah.
then I wasn't there.
Yeah, you were there. That's where your
Maybe I was drunk at the time.
That's where your really nice picture came from. Hey, you're not wrong.
See, this is what happens when you get old. You just forget things.
No, you have a really nice picture of you sitting in the desk. You're laughing. You're wearing your Reaper shirt. It was right before we started filming Reaper Live.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's okay.
It's okay. But
Yeah,
that'd be good.
some
The
late
one thing I
nights.
remember, let's get, yeah. You don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to not hold my mouth at that point. The is that the meet and greet?
Mhm.
You and I and Ron up front.
on the stage.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Mhm. That was
And-
the night before.
And then the lady bringing shots to Ron and
Mhm.
all that.
Yeah, that was
Drunk
a good time.
Dave. Yeah.
It was a good time. Drunk.
Come on, we're getting Dave drunk. Come on.
Yeah. So I see Nightheart's in chat, and yeah, me and Nightheart, staying up super late, making sure we got everything, and me and him transported everything there and back. Me and him, and then obviously he was doing it while he was sick. Still, remember everybody got sick last year.
Yeah.
But this year it should be a ton better. Also, Nightheart, I got I got the contact information to the hotel AV guy. So I'll be getting the AV set up with all the light and the info, like the Wi-Fi and all that stuff set up. And then obviously it has to go to Dave to get approved. But I'm going to start talking to him about all that stuff. Because
Well, good luck
last
with
year it was not that ideal.
Good luck with that. He
I
is kind of an a-hole.
Yeah, clip it, ship it to him. No.
What was it? Ron and I were talking, and it was like, blah blah blah.
It was a new guy. So
Huh?
it was a new guy.
Yeah, and Ron said something like, "Well, if you say that, then you sound pretty much like an a-hole." I go, "Have you seen the signs in my office, Ron?"
Yeah. If you do background with floor, will you elevate the speakers on a little stage-like setting? Background with floor. Are you talking about for the streaming setup? I don't know what you're talking about. Or in the stage. I don't know. It'll take a little while for this update, but con floor.
Oh, I guess the people
I see
sitting
it
at the
behind.
tables. Yeah, you probably want to
maybe.
have it a little bit, at least the camera elevated.
Yeah. Oh, that's why I use that
Yeah.
truss for. We can talk about it.
Then Vicky always watches those college football. She's a big SEC Tennessee fan.
Okay.
And they always do the hype before the game, where they have all the people, the announcers, and they have all the attendees, the college kids behind them with their signs.
Oh,
and,
okay.
Tennessee!
I
That's
see.
what we need to do at ReaperCon. Get everybody up and have a big group photo of everybody shouting out at the camera.
Yeah, normally when Ron's up giving a speech or something, because Ron likes to give those like opening night
Those
speeches.
long,
Yeah. I get
drawn-out
behind him and I
speeches,
take photos of him standing on the stage with the crowd behind him and
Yeah.
things like that. So I like those shots. Yeah.
I'm just teasing.
I'm
Ron.
excited.
Your speeches are fun.
Yeah, Ron does great. I'm excited about ReaperCon this year. Things are starting to fall into place. I feel like, to be honest, I feel like we're a little bit more prepared this year than we have been. So I feel pretty good about it. And I remember Ron last year, at the end, he was like, next year's ReaperCon is going to be the best ReaperCon ever. Yeah. And so now I'm like, every day since he said that, I'm like, oh, dang it. We got to make it good.
Yeah. The cult of Burgundy wine.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's going to be, what night are you going to do that, Kara? There's going to be a specific night where we worship. It's like a cult,
Oh.
We're going to make a sacrifice.
We have a cult within ReaperCon?
Yeah, the cult of Burgundy wine. Use Burgundy wine today.
Oh.
Yeah. You ready for some pocket change?
Sure. Stand behind y'all, scream Tennessee. Weird, but understood. Yeah.
Tennessee. All right, here we go.
Pocket change, making you money. All right.
Top down to X3. There we
Which
go.
one? All right. So this is the first pocket coin out of the chute.
Okay.
This is a 2023 penny.
2023.
2023. So there's plenty of them out there.
I think I've seen this.
Yeah, and
It's the initials of the person who did it, right?
Right. That's the designer. But the thing is, I didn't look up his name. But what the mint accidentally did. See right there, if I could.
The little V.
The little V.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be there.
Oh.
So when they were punching the dies, somehow an extra V ended up, and this is on the 2023 pennies.
I see, because it's VPE, I think.
VDB.
Oh, D.
Yeah.
Got it.
Victor David Bravo. Delta Bravo. Anyway, that's an extra V right there. Now, you can find these in they're 2023 pennies. And so you look for that, and let's see the next picture. There you go. Now, this is one that's graded. They call it the extra V, and it's graded. And if you go on down, this is an actual eBay sale. This is what it's sold for.
$5.55
plus $3.99 for delivery. It couldn't handle free postage for $556. But the thing is, the one thing is that one, it's graded. See that plastic case? Yep. That costs at least $25 to get it graded by NGC.
$25.
Yeah.
Every time. It's kind of like cards.
Every coin.
It's like grading cards.
But at the same time, coins are rated from like 01 to 70. 70 being a circulated coin or business strike, but it is in absolute perfect shape. You know, when they're doing the coins clank into each other in the big tubs. They leave little scars and all that. So finding a 70 is extremely hard if you can.
This is a 67?
And this is a 67. And it goes from 1 to 70. And the closer to 70, the higher the grade is, the more perfect the coin is. And so, yeah.
Is 70 the max?
70 is the max. So, and RD stands, I believe, for the red, the color of the copper and everything.
Got it.
But so there's one auction, but that's after you've paid to have it graded. So then the next, let's see, this is another auction, and now this one is not graded. Sold for $10.50.
Okay.
You know. And not bad return for finding a penny in your pocket, but it wasn't graded. And it could be because it literally the price from 70 to 67 to 65. There's another picture in there for 65 grade number.
Come on, there we go.
Nope.
Well,
I guess I didn't. Anyway,
just those four.
Okay, I guess. Anyway, I guess I didn't take a picture. Anyway, in
the price difference.
In 65, which is only 2 points less than this, it was about $150. That is how radical these numbers will get the closer you get to 70.
Yeah, closer to perfect.
Yeah, closer to perfect. But still, $150 is not bad. But it was also graded, and 65 is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Anyway, then the final one, like I said, that not that one.
The other one.
The other one. That is sold for about $10, and free shipping. See,
hey, free
for
shipping.
$10 you'll pay the shipping, but not for $556.
What a free
anyway, so $10.50 for a penny is not bad, ungraded. You know, and depending on, you take your chances for the grade.
Yeah.
And these are actual sold eBay auctions, not what people are asking.
Yeah, I can see it sold. Yeah.
Yeah.
2023. Extra V.
Extra V. Yeah.
Penny.
So look through your change, look for the 2023 pennies, and maybe you have an extra V and you can get some extra money. Then the other part of pocket change this time are the zip code dollar bills. Can you flip that to the side or no?
Nope.
It doesn't want to. Okay. Anyway, so zip code dollar bills, these are considered fancy serial numbers. Yeah, something like that.
There we go. I got it.
There you go. But you have to hold it?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, zip code 84413. Okay, you can let go.
84413.
Yes.
Okay.
So any bill that starts with 3 zeros, right, or ends with 3 zeros, and you have the 5 numbers before it, this is a 5-digit zip code.
Oh, yeah.
And this particular zip code, if you want to look at it, is Ogden, Utah. Yeah. Now, if there's a zip code that you like, hey, there's the Denton one or something.
Or you try to collect them all.
Or you try and collect them all, whatever. Now, these, depending, again, with paper money, again, like coins, it's all based on the condition. This is a very crisp, uncirculated. Yeah. Generally, ungraded, they will go for about $3 to $3.50 on eBay.
So you're looking for the 3 zeros before, 3 zeros
after. Or 3 zeros after. Now,
is it specifically 2021?
No, it's any year. Yeah, any bill, any year, just starts with 3 zeros or ends with 3 zeros.
Yeah.
And it's called a zip code. And generally, I mean, depending on the condition and how popular the zip code is, there was an old show from California, 902.
10?
Is that it?
90210?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So something like that, because people can associate with the show, would probably draw more money than $3.50.
Yeah.
And if it's really, really worn, you might get $2 for it. But still, $3 for $1, $3.50, not a bad return.
I wonder if 8675309. What is that? That's probably something that has like famous numbers.
8675309.
One letter off.
One number off. But if you had a zero, yeah. Again, yes, absolutely. In fact, I'll add that to my search. Good call there, John.
I'm just thinking about famous numbers that people like.
Yeah. So start looking through your bills and your pocket change. I don't see anybody saying anything. So
They're like,
hopefully they didn't fall asleep.
They were listening. I mean, I enjoy it. This is for me. You know, pocket change is for me, guys.
So anyway,
that's awesome.
There's your episode of Pocket Change for this week.
Yeah, I went.
And hey, if you do find anything.
They're going through their change.
Yeah. If you guys do find anything, send me a pic.
Yeah.
Dave at ReaperMini.com.
Yeah, I started saving pictures because I go to antique malls and I've been finding, like, they'll say Star Note and I look at it and I'm like, that's not the expensive Star Notes. It's still a Star Note, but it's not it's not the ones that everybody's looking for. It's still 2013.
Yeah, and Star Notes can vary between $2 and $30, just depending on how rare they are. So, but I'll be talking more about Star Notes later, so I don't want to spoil it like Ron would.
The big news is, if you want to share it, don't revise the deal. Okay, got it. That's what Ron. Okay,
yeah.
Ron sent it to both of us.
Well, thank you, Madman. I'm glad you enjoy it. But yeah,
I enjoy it.
And I'd love feedback. So anybody that's in ReaperLand that finds something and want to share with the rest of ReaperLand, we'll talk about it.
I had to ask my husbando the other day if he had a penny or some kind of coin for a miniature comparison. Oh, I see. Oh, she's saying that because you don't have coins, like people don't have pennies anymore.
Yeah. Well, did you?
You know what?
What?
I have a huge Corona or Budweiser. I don't know. Yeah. It's like a big plastic beer.
Yeah.
Right. But it's a piggy bank.
Yeah.
It's an old piggy bank that Sarah's parents put change in forever. Oh. So it probably is like. It probably has a ton of change in it.
We should go through
that. So I'm gonna open it up and go through it.
We should go through it.
So,
you can always put it back if you don't find anything, right?
And a lot of that stuff is in there. It's probably years and years and years old.
Yeah, we should go through it.
I'll bring it in. Treasure trove.
Yeah. But and also you heard they're discontinuing pennies.
Oh yes, yeah, I did hear about that.
So it costs the mint 2.7 cents to make 1 penny,
and it costs 11 cents to make a nickel.
13.
13. I was close.
13 cents. Yeah. So that's coming now. The thing is that what's going to happen is that according to the experts, they've put in the last order for coin planchets, the blanks for the pennies. And so once they've gone through all that and they've struck all those pennies, that's the last that they're going to do. So it's probably 2026 would be your last year minted. But the mint made billions, I'm like with a B, 4, 5, 3 billion a year.
Pennies?
There are pennies out there forever. And so what's going to happen is they'll still stay in circulation even if the government is not issuing them because of just the supply that's out there. And then eventually when the stores are having problems getting pennies, then you will start seeing the stores start rounding to the nearest nickel. And
isn't that what other countries do?
Yeah. You already have that. Yeah. In fact, like Europe doesn't even have a one euro bill. It's all a coin. And so I think the smallest in Europe is a 5 euro. Yeah.
I think in New Zealand as well.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, it's just like what CJ says, like those overhyped Pokemon card openings. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen those.
It's been a popular thing in the past 3 or 4 years.
We're talking about, I'm talking with Bill and Mr. Fix-It here of modifying the Reaper Game Store. Right now we have a room that just has some war tables in it next to Paint Club, of blocking that off and actually doing our own
streaming room.
Yeah, streaming for opening card
video
packs and
room.
whatnot. Yeah.
Sounds great to me.
So I'll have to get with you and we'll set up the stream and all that.
That sounds lovely to me.
Yeah.
Because I like doing card stuff. So.
But yeah, that's in fact all of a sudden again on Facebook Reels, that's how I go to sleep. Anyway, they were now they have sports cards.
Yeah, that's been a while.
That are graded. They come pre-graded.
Or they have like there's certain signatures or like rookie cards and things like that.
Yeah, but I've never seen them pre-graded in the pack.
Like in the pack?
Normally it's, you open up the pack, here's a...
Oh, that's kind of cool.
But this one is actually sealed and graded already.
So they just as soon as it comes out of the machine, they slab it.
Yeah.
And then it's ready. It's
and then they seal it in these packs, and now the people are doing the opening of the packs, and oh my God, I got a Michael Jordan, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, and it's in good condition because it's been sealed.
It's already been sealed and graded,
Where are you going to put the big tables at? That's a good question. We haven't got that far yet.
Oh, man, madman thinking.
I know one of them is supposed to go to the games, or the
one of them will go back down to Reaper. We need some meeting room tables down there. And we will figure out where the tables will not go to waste. I mean, they're too pretty to sit there and collect dust.
Yeah, so I guess on the card opening thing, this is what, like, there's a couple of stores that do this around the country, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
So they sell their packs online. Mm-hmm. So, like, you can go on their website, you buy them, and then it says, hey, your pack will be opened at this date.
Yes.
During this live stream.
Yeah.
So it'd be like us doing it right now.
Yeah.
And so let's say you bought your pack on Monday. It would be in the queue.
Yeah.
And then we would go live. Let's say it's Tuesday night. We're Tuesday night, hey. And then you would see your pack opened live on stream. And then they would go through put that in an envelope and send that to you.
But this one on the sports cards that come pre-graded, they already start off with, and we'll offer you 90% of market value.
Oh, because they
won. They're already, when you open it, and I got the Michael Jordan.
I'll buy it for you.
Oh, that one's good. We'll give you 90% of value. Right, immediately right there. Yeah. They're not going away, madman. They're just going to get moved.
Yeah, because there's a lot of stuff planned for the store.
Yeah.
Because you're right. We put the store kind of hastily, or there was something planned for that back area.
Yeah.
Obviously with the food and everything like that, and then it just slowly got repurposed into other things. So I think you're trying to.
Well, right now the option is like, well, we put in Paint Club, and then the option was that we were thinking about maybe putting in a room to right now just as a table, maybe renting it out,
like a private room.
For a private room. But I don't see that as more profit. I think it would be more profitable if we need more storage. That we are busting at the seams in that back room, so we would use it for storage and then live streams, and I think that would actually yield more sales. But we'll still have the tables there, madman. We're not giving up on role playing by any stretch of the imagination.
Awesome. I just got confirmation that Mr. Janae will be on next week.
Oh,
so next week's Reaper Live.
Famous last words. Where have we heard that before? But that would be good to have him on.
Let's see. Really quick. Hold on. I have so many things open because I'm so cool. So the voting for the quarterly contest started this morning.
Oh, okay.
At 9 a.m. So, oops.
And this is John's phone. Look, he has 153 phone calls.
Yeah, don't look at that. The voting.
Ron still has the record.
We do need to bring Kara back. So maybe we'll talk about
Kara,
it.
you need to come back.
Yeah.
You have a fan base
Recurring guests. And so the voting has started. So if you go to the website, you can see all the voting for the gallery. So it shuffles every time you go.
I like this figure, mainly because he looks like he's playing a bass guitar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a traditional guitar instead of like a lute or something.
Yeah.
But you can look through all the different entries and go like the ones that you like. So voting is up now. I see some awesome paint jobs in there. So I forgot what date voting will end. It's down here. Voting is through 6/26, so I believe it's this next Friday.
Yeah.
Is that right?
It's today and through next Thursday.
Next Thursday, and then we'll announce it, and I'll post it all on Friday.
It ends at midnight on Thursday?
Correct.
Yeah.
And so, there you go. So the voting is in chat. If you do !90, I think, !90, we'll put up the command, and you can go vote and go check it out.
Now, let's see. Reaper Live. No Reaper Live this week, so we have Reaper Live next week. Shameless plug for anybody who doesn't know, we have a show on every other Thursday where Ron gets to get on here for an hour and tease you with various things.
Yeah. So we'll be back next Thursday, and then Ann streams every day.
Yeah.
And don't forget, Rhonda's new show and new time is Tuesdays at 2. Tuesdays at 2, I believe. And I am sorry, everybody, this week she missed. I'm sorry, it wasn't her fault. It was my fault. Her show didn't go live on Tuesday because I was doing a tour, a big tour, like 30 kids from a summer camp, and I just was not able to
30 kids
start the stream before.
30 kids?
Yeah.
So I could get $5 a kid?
You're right.
That's $150.
And they came on a school bus.
Man.
So, yeah.
I'm missing out here.
So Tuesdays at 2 is Rhonda's new time. And then we have Luca, Miniatures Den, every Wednesday. So everything is still going like normal. And then me whenever I get a chance in the afternoon to see me painting on stream.
And we still have Paint Club.
Yes.
Although Michael Janae is now putting in more time at the factory.
Tuesday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
6 to 10, noon to 4, noon to 4.
Mm-hmm.
So nighttime on Tuesdays,
loved
afternoon.
So much. Thank you for the follow.
Thanks, loved.
So come on by the Reaper Game Store and hang out with the other painters and be cool.
Yeah, Michael said it was wild. Yeah. Because when they came in, obviously they're in a huge line.
Yeah.
So, and there was a bunch of 3 college kids there to help, and they were doing their masters. So they're here to help guide the kids and things like that. So
when will we get Reaper Errant? What's Reaper Errant?
Reaper Errant. That was Nightheart Gaming's. It's back when all the sculptors and painters used to paint D&D with Nightheart.
Yeah.
And then when Nightheart moved from Texas to Arizona, the show was on hiatus for a little while, and then I think it came back for a little bit, and then it just kind of faded, I guess. I don't know exactly what happened. Justin was handling all that, so I don't know the whole lore.
See, we need to kick it off again because it was actually a lot of fun.
It was cool. I mean, Frank does amazing stuff.
Yeah, he does, and I especially like the last time we played was futuristic.
Yeah,
and
that was Reaper Live.
And it was Ed and I think Michael Collins and Ron. So see, you could take over for Collins, and we can find someone to play substitute for Ed.
Yeah, I was going to talk to Frank. I know he's here and listening. Yeah. If he wants to run a game at ReaperCon, I think that'd be cool. We're going to try to get Joe, I think, on to run a game at night, one night, or during the day. So if Frank wants to run some games,
that would be
I'm
cool.
Totally down.
You're amazing as a DM. I mean, I loved watching your show. So
I love Frank. And then hopefully we can have Joe on because I know DDRPG is going to be a big focus for him and Ron, and so he'll be able to answer questions and things like that. But yeah. Last year we played Mirrorscape, which was actually pretty cool from a technical aspect. I know I've talked about this before, but we played on the iPads. So all the players had iPads, and they could look through their AR, so you can see it on the table, or you could just look at it on your iPad. But from a technical standpoint, because the way that Frank does it is he has a bunch of cameras set up, and they change the scenes off camera, and then move the cameras around. Very technical stuff.
But it seems so well planned out. That's the thing. Yeah. It's almost like it's a full TV production show.
It takes a ton of effort.
Yeah.
Really cool stuff. And then in Mirrorscape, we could just cut to Frank was able to see all of the players' point of view. So as he's directing, he can look and be like, oh, that looks like a cool shot. So as the DM's talking, he's like, oh, you come across this little waterfall, and then maybe one of the players is looking at it on the screen. He can cut to that as the DM's talking, so he's listening. It was from a technical standpoint, it was pretty cool. We had some audio issues, but other than that, it was incredible. So he said it was awesome. I haven't seen it done quite like that yet. Yeah, I agree. It was something that I haven't really seen. Yeah. So it was actually really cool. So we might do it again. We'll see. I haven't really talked to the Mirrorscape guys about it.
And then you have something coming up.
I'm playing Blood on the Clock Tower tomorrow. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you had how many people? But you have open spots, or no?
I have 12 confirmed players right now for tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
So I have 3 spots open technically.
I'm trying to plug for you here.
Hey,
man.
if you want to come play.
Yeah.
I have 3 spots open.
Anybody in ReaperLand, just contact John if you want to play. Apparently, it's a very, very fun game.
Yes. And so I have a big game plan tomorrow. And then me and Sarah actually started planning because last year, so in my family and my friends, we go spend Thanksgiving at a house, my brother's house, and then we go do Thanksgiving, at another brother's house. So I think me and Sarah are going to be the Halloween house. So we're going to do the Halloween party. And so last year I did Blood on the Clock Tower, and it was really cool because we got to decorate the whole house and stuff. But this year we're going all out. This year we're inviting a ton more people, playing more games, and the whole house is going to be decorated like a forest.
You'll have to take pictures.
I will. Trust me. I'm already planning it. We go to antique malls, so I buy all this cool stuff like haunted lanterns and cool things to hang up. It's gonna be awesome. And Cracker Barrel, of all places, have these huge mushrooms that are, you plug them into the wall and they light up. They're lamps.
Okay.
They're plastic lamps, but they're gigantic mushroom toadstools.
I don't remember any of those because Cracker Barrel usually has the old stuff that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And you'd find, oh, I remember this one. I don't remember mushrooms though.
It's new. It's like limited time.
Okay.
Here, let's look up Cracker Barrel mushrooms. So I bought. Sorry, I'm focusing on getting the picture up for you guys. Don't look at the price. So I'm gonna have about 5 or 6 of these.
Yeah.
And they're ginormous. I know it doesn't look that big right now, but they're huge. But spread out through the house.
Yeah.
And we're gonna turn the lights off. We're gonna have candles.
Cool.
And things like so. It's gonna look like kind of like an enchanted forest.
Yeah.
And so I'm super hyped about it.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And Ron's wife works for Discover Denton, I believe.
Oh yeah, Denton.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
The
Ron.
official city of Halloween.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Texas designated it the Halloween city of Texas. No other city can be named that.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to be doing something with that. I think
we're trying to.
The Denton Maker Center. There's a new Denton Maker Center, and I think for the tour of the city or something for Halloween, I think Ron is getting a miniature together that all of the stores and stuff can sell. So like they buy it from us and then they sell it, but it's going to be like the miniature of the year or something for the Halloween.
And if you've ever been to the Reaper Game Store, you've seen the sign that was from
Rocky
Horror Picture Show where Brad proposes to Janet. And it's got, Discover Denton, that sign that's in the background if you ever go and look at the movie. Anyway, we had that made during the COVID when we had everything shut down. And now it's place of honors in the store. But apparently Denton City or the Denton
Discover?
Chamber, is like, can you make us a sign?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because, I mean, it is so iconic from the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
The home of happiness.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So we're gonna get one made for them, or
try to?
Are they buying it from us?
I don't know. We'll have to. Well, depends on how expensive it is. If it's not too expensive, I'll donate it.
Stria Davis is playing D&D at D20 tomorrow. Nice. Are you doing it in the private rooms? They have cool private rooms downstairs. I went there for my birthday last year.
No? Did you play?
Yeah, we played all kinds of games. It's a fun little party game place. A lot of people go there to play. They played Blood on the Clock Tower 3 days a week there.
Wow.
At D20.
And I heard a report, I think it was from Bill, when I was talking with you and Bill, where Bill's wife, the store manager's wife, was playing.
Yeah, I played a trick on her. And not really, but it was game mechanics.
But it sounds fun.
Yeah.
And she's a good sport.
Yep, they run open games. Yep, of Blood on the Clock Tower. Yep, 3 days a week. That's quite a bit. 3 days a week. That's a long time. They play it like 3 or 4 hours too. So, it's to play on Rocky Horror. Nice. Oh, it's a play. One of your ReaperCon entries.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I guess we can take a little bit since we have a little bit of time. I was going to look at some paint jobs on the Discord. This is from Derek Schubert.
Oh yeah.
He posted this today.
Oh, cool. And
so obviously I've been on my painting journey, so I've been saving a ton of pictures for like reference because I learn by visual. Like I'm a visual learner.
Yeah.
So trying to mimic this would be how I learn. So like doing the body, like all white, and then you can see the little black spots.
Right.
Oh,
that's the first thing that drew my eyes right there in the back torso with the spots.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And then the eyes look awesome. All the feathers, like feather techniques. I've seen and do feather techniques. And so it's just nice to have references. So I've been saving a ton of photos myself. So yeah, this is Derek. He posted this morning.
Cool.
The hippogriff. I've been talking with Daryl too. Daryl's going to come over here and help me set up the airbrush. And I was talking to him about red armor and things like that. So I have the airbrush set up over there, but taking care of it and stuff. So I don't mess it up.
You don't want to see that in the middle of the night. Dang.
Yeah. Oh, good armor too.
Yeah.
Blood coming out of the mouth, red glowing eyes.
That's a nice touch.
Who did this one? Steve, the '90s GM, old Steve.
And here's another one with the eyes again.
So it's same guy.
Oh, wow.
So he must be on a red eye kick.
Yeah.
Steve.
I'll have to check Steve's eyes next time he comes by.
Agent Marvel doing the rogue.
Nice.
The half-orc rogue.
Yeah. Good facial shadowing.
This is a Guzelle sculpt.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool because we have the weapon packs that we sell at ReaperMini.com. And so I grabbed a few of those weapon packs to practice on. So a bunch of swords. So I can practice NMM, doing the shaded steel and all that stuff. So I have a ton of swords that I can practice on.
And, Anne will be in town for ReaperCon, so you can always get a few tips from her.
That's my plan, is asking people. There's Steve again. A video yellow. Oh, that looks awesome. Goobertown. Oh, it's from Goobertown. Pink makes the best yellow. He primes with pink. I've heard people do that.
Really?
Yeah.
Never heard of that.
I think it's from underneath it gives it that
brighter
lighter color.
Yellow?
Yeah.
Oh.
I've heard of people doing that.
I've never heard of that, but okay.
Ijala doing a circus.
Yeah.
This is that's Ringmaster Sophie.
Sophie, yes.
In the middle, and then a bunch of the shroomies.
Okay.
So there's a shroomy back there. There's a shroomy. Two shroomies over there.
There is a paint club local that you can possibly get some tips on how to do.
Oh yes, I heard they do like three days a week. I think
I heard that's the rumor. Yeah.
And then you can see it looks like they're going in a circle. They're jumping through fire.
Yeah.
They're stacking up here in the back with all the other mushrooms. This is cute, Ijala. What is this? What is this made out of? Kind of looks like bird seed.
Yeah.
I think that's bird seed that's been like glued or have like resin or something. Because it has a lot of cool texture in it. But over here on the right makes me think that looks like bird seed. Chat, do you guys know? But yeah, that looks like burgundy wine too right there. That's pretty sick. You remember this guy?
Oh yeah, from the
Grim.
Yes.
Grim.
Yeah.
This was the kind of the chibi mascot for our first and only
virtual
Reaper Live.
Yeah. ReaperCon. Yeah. Since we had to shut it down because of COVID, and Ed immediately is like, "Hey, we're going to pivot on a dime here, and we're going to still put on the show, but it's all going to be virtual.
Yeah.
And we're not going to charge for it."
It was stressful.
Yeah, it was stressful for me. He goes, "We're not charging? Seriously?"
Did we not charge for it?
No, not that I remember.
Were the classes free?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Maybe, I don't know. From what I remember, we didn't charge for it.
Oh, hamster bedding. Yeah, I guess you're right. It does look like sawdust and hamster bedding. You're right.
But yeah, I remember that. That was cool. Yeah.
This is because he was like meant to be like a hacker and sci-fi. It was pretty cool.
There you go.
Oh wow, it was free. I for some reason I thought it wasn't. But it was because we did the boxes, right? The boxes is what did decent.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Very expensive, but a lot of fun.
Ooh. I saw Jeff Davis do this model recently. I do like this rust. Man, there's all these painting techniques I want to try now. Now that I'm painting, it's kind of cool. There's a patina effect on the rust on his shoulder pad. This guy has some good skin too. Man, that's cool armor. I'm gonna save this for later. Nice. Oh, Chaos Sorcerer. I forgot who sculpted this. Andy Pieper? I think Andy Pieper sculpted this guy. Look at that. Blending?
Yeah.
Ugh, that's what I'm practicing right now. I'm trying to get blending. So like going from the soft tissue to the harder, thicker stuff on the top where it goes from that yellow, the light green into the green. It's good blending.
Looks very much like a Gorn from the original Star Trek.
Yep. I wonder if that was inspiration. The Dova? Who's this? The Dova? The Dova Reborn.
Oh,
yellow.
Cool.
Yellow alert. I do like that the witch is not as vibrant. She's obviously a little bit more muted.
I like the, this one.
Yeah, the witch.
The witch. Very muted. Like
that's
you said.
Edna. That's the crazy cat lady.
Yeah. Very muted as far as, whereas the heroes are bright.
Yeah. She's gray. And Hamlet there in the middle.
Yeah.
That guy. That's a funny model.
Don't forget, we still got to do marbles.
I don't have it set up.
I guess not.
I can go do that real quick, but hey, we're getting close to the end of the month, right? I know. I've been dropping the ball on marbles recently. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We only have
we have one
dates.
more. We have one more.
Hey, maybe we just do like a 30-minute all marbles next week.
Okay. And there's Christmas. Yeah, Sophie again.
It is Andy Pieper. Thanks, Lieutenant Flubby. Yeah, I think
Circus. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same one. Just finished painting. Good job, Ijala. Green wings too. Interesting. Caliber. Oh, they modified it. She normally doesn't have that.
Fan?
She does, but a different one.
Oh.
So it's added, and I love this guy, the tax collector.
I love him.
Look at that.
Yeah.
You know, he has the royal decree coming down from the king.
Yes.
But I like that paint job with the red and yellow.
Yeah.
He's McDonald's tax collector. That's Ronald McDonald right there.
Yeah.
Caliber.
I need some taxes for a hamburger on Tuesday.
Who's this? Jeff Sutter.
Oh, love the effect on the book or
The skull.
Skull. Yeah.
It's like a chain.
At the edge of the weapon.
This is the Hyborian Wizard, sculpted by Tom Mason. It's kind of like the most recent stuff Tom Mason has done for us.
He's got that finger.
Yeah, he's like
yeah.
doing this. Yeah, these sculpts are really interesting. They were really angular.
Yeah.
Like they were pretty unique. They have these really angular faces.
Yeah.
And I thought they were really unique from Tom.
But yeah, he looks like he's about to unload a 50-gallon tub of whoop ass on you there.
Whoop ass.
Yeah.
Oh, who's this? Daedalus. Oh, these look awesome. Oh, look at that sword. That's cool.
Very cool.
I like
the armor right there on his legging.
Oh,
at the knee.
It's kind of like brass almost.
Yeah.
Gold. Oh, the dagger has this little blue effect on the middle.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a slight purple glow on the middle part of the cloak and on the bottom of the cloak.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that dark shadow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is really good. I like the basing too. It looks like a tree trunk almost.
Yeah, like he's going through the forest.
Yeah.
Creeping through the.
Yeah, this one's awesome. Oh, I just want to save all these. And then he has here's the other angle. Oh, look at the quiver.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that looks good. Oh, that's awesome.
So next week, you'll be painting like this?
Yeah, give me a couple hours.
Couple hours? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I always like this model. This is a Pathfinder model. Look at that sword. Man, that's cool. That's a cool...
It's a cool effect. I like the cloud
like that.
basing. You know, it's just very well thought out.
Yeah, like ice almost.
Mm-hmm.
And
but it looks to me, though, it looks more like a cloud.
It does.
Or fog.
Oh,
or,
sorry.
You know.
There you go. I do. Yeah, like she's,
not so much.
That is
snow.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. This. Oh man.
Could either
I've
be a
cast this a
statue or
bunch.
just someone who's ready to settle the argument.
Yeah. That NMM that glare on the sword is pretty unique. It's a lot brighter than what normal.
Yeah.
Oh man, cool. I kind of want to paint that model now. I've cast this thing quite a bit, and it's always a pain in the ass.
I know.
Because it's all the little sharp points and stuff.
That's why you never run out of miniatures. You always find stuff and goes, ooh, I want to paint that.
I think that's what I think I'm starting to understand.
Yeah.
Why people have a
why they have
pile.
such an extensive collection. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that. Metal, brown, green. Hey, goblins are green.
Yeah, but the cool effect there is on the nose. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the soft pink.
Yeah.
Soft brown. Ugh. Gravel base. A Minute Flesh Golem by Jeff. Jeff again with this is the Hyborian Barbarian. So just like the wizard, this guy.
Yeah.
You can see they have these really angular faces. Like they're very like chiseled. They were very unique when Tom sent them in.
But that's also think of Arnold Schwarzenegger when he's doing Conan and all that.
Yeah, he's very chiseled.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's really cool. She was really popular when I did a paint and take. Right after Adepticon, she was really popular. I had a bunch of her. And actually, we saw Tom at Adepticon. It's funny because I had this at the paint and take, and he came by and he goes, "Can I have this?" I was like, "Yeah, Tom, you sculpted it. Of course you can have it." So, spell effect.
Yeah.
Anne's painting this one right now on stream. I think she just has a red based color, but spell effect awesome.
That's some really cool on the face, the facial shadowing and colors and everything, and the eyes. That's some really good some work right there. First thing that draws your eyes to it, and it's like you can actually see him contemplating about to throw the spell.
You can see the direction he's looking.
Yeah.
I like the spell. Purple to blue to light blue at the top. What is MG photo while we're on a roll? I'm sorry. We need John.
We've been doing. Haven't been keeping up with chat there.
Yeah, I'm looking at paint jobs chat. We need a John Mini painting training montage.
There you go.
Like in the 80s. Oh, and it's back to me. I did this one. There's Jeff again.
There you go.
He's just a young wizard. I bring this one to paint and take sometimes.
Yeah.
Just because I think it's a pretty nice model.
It's good. I like the eyes. You did good on the eyes.
Oh, I didn't paint that one.
You didn't?
No, this one is the one I did.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, yeah, this is not as good.
No, it's good. I like the book is the first thing that grabs my attention because it's brighter in the contrast, but the gold touches and everything. And it's good. I mean, the shadowing of the hat, definitely a wizard with the lighting and everything. They did that a lot in Lord of the Rings. So, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't finish his face or anything like that. This is unfinished, but I was really happy with the scroll.
Yeah. Right there, the highlights on the scroll.
Yeah, I was really pleased with those. So,
yeah.
And the worn leather on this bag. I was practicing that worn leather.
Yeah,
kind of stippling, kind of making it like it's been worn, like it's been tossed around, and the leather's kind of breaking and cracking.
Yeah, I think it's also the fact that the gold is also such a high contrast. That's the first thing that draws your eye.
Yeah, it's very bright.
Whereas you have brown and blues, and it's very muted.
Because he's kind of dirty, maybe.
Yeah,
and the book's kind of new.
Yeah,
he hasn't got it all dirty yet, or he's stealing it. You know.
Oh, yeah. I would go with that. Sure.
You know. So there you go. Just a little. I was painting that one during the North Texas RPG Con while the car was being stolen.
Oh.
The truck.
Well, I'm glad you were busy.
I was painting that.
What is this? Yeah, Dave and John want nan on our bread puns.
Yeah, Dave want non on our bread puns. Naan? Have you ever had naan? It's like an Indian bread, right?
No, I don't know.
Frostgrave. You talking about the wizard? Yeah. It's actually a funny story. The guy who made I'll start looking for like raid and stuff while we're talking. But the guy who made Frostgrave, Joseph, he had a bunch of Reaper wizards sitting around while he was designing Frostgrave. And he used a bunch of Reaper miniatures as the stand-ins and stuff while he was creating. It gave him the idea. So we helped him come up with Frostgrave.
Oh, cool.
He did a free seminar at ReaperCon online. He came and did a free seminar because I think Stargrave was on the horizon and it was about to come out. So he was talking about Stargrave as well. But
that's not where I thought you were going to go with that MG photo. Now we are but croutons tossed to the fishes.
Oh, have they been talking about bread puns?
I guess.
Okay.
I think he was going with the Kansas song. All we are is just croutons in the wind.
I love croutons. Sometimes I just get a salad and I just eat the croutons.
Yeah. Did you ever see the real here's Budweiser used to do these commercials, Real Men of Genius?
Yes, that was a while ago.
A long time ago. And then there was one that I was and came across and it was like, oh yeah, I don't think I know. Anyway, it was like they salute
Real Man of Genius.
Yeah, real Mr. Taco Salad maker. And it's like he's talking about, you put in meat and sour cream and blah, blah, blah. And if there's any room left, you throw in some shreds of lettuce. And then the background singers are like, I ain't see no lettuce.
Real Men of Genius.
Yeah.
I do remember the jingle slightly.
Yeah. I love those. The Real Men of Genius. Yeah, I love those commercials.
Let's see. What else? I guess wrapping up the end of the day here. I was going to... Oh, I finally figured something out. I was super excited. Okay, so I've been trying to get our big C200 cameras, right? Okay. So these cameras that we're filming on right here, the big ones, they're really hard to mount in different ways. And so normally they're mounted on a tripod like this. And so for what I want to use it for is top down and angles and painting and things like that. But there's no mounts that could do that.
Okay.
But I finally figured something out and I got it and I tested it today and it's great. So, when you're trying to figure out something and you're trying to figure it out to make sure it works and it works, it feels good. So that's the point of my story is that I figured all this out. It works.
Cool.
So I was getting really frustrated because for weeks I was like, there's nothing. I can't do anything. And I finally figured it out. Came up with a solution.
And you're like, now I can sleep at night.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, now it'll just make things better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is good.
I hate it when I have a problem and I focus everything on it, so I can't sleep.
Yeah.
And all throughout the day, it's constantly in my head until I get the solution. And then it's like, now I can relax.
Yeah. Sometimes I leave here and I'm like, man, what do I got to do tomorrow? And then I'm like thinking on my drive home, like, what do I got to do when I get in and things like that. So mirrors. Oh, that's actually a good idea. I didn't even think about mirrors. That sounds hassle though. Having a mirror like above you. Yes, better depth of field. That's what I'm working on, and 4K and all that stuff. So.
Oh, did you ever see that one?
No. What is that?
Here,
send it to me. We'll put it on screen.
Yeah. John.
Oh, you're airdropping at me.
Well, I didn't mean to, but okay. Will it work?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't airdrop very often.
Well, I clicked on the wrong button. I'm a boomer. That's my excuse.
What is this?
So,
what am I
this is the back of a car. Vicky, Reaper Harley and I are driving, and we're behind this car. Now, focus in on the rear view mirror.
I see.
How bad does it have to smell that you need half a dozen or a dozen
Yeah, that looks...
scented trees in your car?
Oh, man. Well, obviously, right, they open one. It's probably there for a couple months. They open a new one. They don't take the old one off. So that's probably years of keep adding on.
Okay, if you want to go with that.
I'm just devil's advocate here. I just know for me, that's what I would do.
I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, brutal. That's awesome. But then you might get pulled over for that because it obscures your view.
Mm-hmm.
If a police officer is having a bad day, he'll be like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Because it obscures your view. That's crazy. Yeah, I like how you didn't leave their license plate so we can't shame them.
Right. Yeah. No, I made sure to cut off the license plate. But yeah, it was
hilarious.
Vicky and I are behind this car at a light going, what the hell? How bad does that car smell?
You just look up and you're like, what? Oh. That's funny. Let's see. I don't know if I have any pictures that I've taken recently. No, I don't think so. Oh, I did find I took a picture of an old... we were at this antique mall, and I found old Hero Quest game.
Milton Bradley, yes.
High Adventures. How much was they selling it for? $195.
Wow.
So, in-box Hero Quest, vintage. So, I saw this in the case.
Yeah, they always have vintage or like new or something like that. They never come piece of crap.
Yeah, garbage.
Garbage.
But didn't they come out with didn't they re-release this recently?
I think so, yeah.
Mm. I want pine, new car, and leather.
Oh, there you go. Oh, another side story. Years and years ago, I'm with Reaper Harley. She's got this truck, and she wants to take it by, and this is where you just dropped your truck off, and they were going to clean it and everything else, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they go, okay, what kind of, do you want car scent? And Vicky's like, yeah. Because what kind do you want? She goes, I don't know, surprise me. So literally, we get the truck back in, we climb in, and it's like, so what is this? OD Moulin Rouge? Oh my God!
Yeah, it's perfume.
Like, I guess the worst selling one they threw in there, and they threw tons of it.
This is a little one. Sarah sent me this. She wanted to get this little frog lamp.
Oh yeah.
So she sent me a bunch of pictures of this little flower picture. Like
that looks
felt.
That
or
looks
knitted.
very similar to like a Van Gogh or something because he did bright colors and abstract. Yeah.
And then this little peacock picture. But then she sent me one last thing. I don't know what she was sending me this for. Oh, it was the lamp. It was this lamp.
Oh yeah.
I guess.
Is this at the antique place on the square?
No, this is This is Montgomery Street, which is
in
kind of
Fort Worth.
Fort Worth.
Oh.
Yeah. It's kind of sad because it's a 60,000 square foot antique mall. It's huge, ginormous.
Yeah,
But
I know
apparently a billionaire lady bought the land there, and she's going to tear it down and build a motel or hotel.
On Montgomery?
On that, where that antique mall is.
Yeah, okay.
So it's going to probably happen in the next 3 years. So kind of sad because we go to that antique mall all the time.
That's part of my old high school stomping grounds.
Oh, really?
Yes.
By Montgomery?
Yeah.
It's on Montgomery Street. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so.
Well, okay. If you think a hotel will work there, I mean, it's your money. So
whatever.
I wouldn't. But
I'm kind of sad.
At least from what I remember of Montgomery Street.
And I saw somebody from the community there. I was walking through with my in-laws and Sarah, and I was like, I know you. It was Knots and Stitches.
Oh, really?
You remember Forever Night?
Yeah.
You guys know Forever Night?
Yeah.
He lives local, and so does Knot and Stitches. That's their Twitch name.
Yeah.
And they're the ones that sewed the F-bomb.
Oh, yeah.
So Knots and Stitches, I saw her and her husband. They come to ReaperCon. I saw them at the Antique Mall.
Oh.
I was like, hey, guys. And so she sewed this, I believe. Not the F-bomb, but
the R-bomb.
The R-bomb, the Reaper bomb.
Yeah.
And so she sewed this. But I saw her there, and I thought it was really cool. So I totally forgot about it.
We'll leave that out. Yeah. There you go. So we have our own R-bomb.
Yeah. There you go.
Pretty soon we're going to have so much stuff here.
There we go.
There you go.
R-bomb. So I just give a shout out to Knots and Stitches.
Yeah.
Let's see. Who's on? I see...
With my...
I thought he was on, but he's not on anymore. Hey, the Angry Joe Show's on.
You need to have one of those romper room mirrors.
Studio J7's on. The what mirrors?
Romper Room? Did you not watch Romper Room?
What's that?
That was a program for kids growing up, and at the very end of the show, at the very end of the show, the lady would hold up the magic mirror, and she would say this incantation, and then the whole screen would kind of do the swirl, and then all of a sudden she'd come back, and now she has a mirror, but there's a hole in it, so you could see her face, and she's like, I see John, and I see Kara, and I see, and she just start naming out. And as a kid, you're like,
she said my name.
She said my name.
Yeah.
She sees me,
Yeah, I am too young for Romper. You're right. I've never even heard of it at all.
Oh, that's a what is it? And this is sad that I remember it. Romper, Stomper, Bumper, Boo is the incantation.
Oh, okay.
That's that she would say. Yeah, the words. Yeah. Hi,
Okay.
I'm Kara.
We were talking about rating Studio J7. I was looking at rating Studio J7. Oh, hold on. There we go. He's opening cards.
Yeah.
He's opening Pokemon cards. So that's funny. He's not doing miniatures.
Is. Hi, I'm Kara. That was my name and still is.
Milotic. So he's just opening Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
It looks like he has a Gengar. This is a Pokemon over here. That's a miniature that he's painting. So
yeah, this is similar to kind of what we want to do.
It is similar. I don't know what he's doing, but
yeah, the reveals are big.
There's not many people on right now. Let's see. I'm gonna look to see if there's anybody like new in the miniature section.
Is that it? Yeah. Tell me, do. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Bippity boppity boo.
Yeah, see, you need to know this, John.
Hey, look, we're number 2. Let's see. Is there anybody new that I haven't seen?
No coins?
Looking at coins, maybe. There's a lot of people putting Gundams together.
Gundam style.
Okay. Good one, Dave. Good one. Clip that.
Yeah. I still remember that.
Gangnam style?
Gangnam.
Yeah.
Gangnam style.
Yeah. Psy. Who's this? Painted Troll? Let's read Painted. Oh, he's German.
Okay. Does anybody speak German?
Yeah.
Guten Tag.
There's a lot of... There's a Final Fantasy 14 person. Big Dorn. Oh, there's not a lot of people streaming right now. That's new.
Falling Freely. Michael paints minis.
Falling Freely. Let's look it up.
Looking it up.
Freely. You got any plans for the weekend?
Just work.
I'm excited because I get to play Blood on the Clock Tower. So.
Yeah. What time?
6 p.m. at the game store. Is when I plan on running it.
I know there's a coin show coming up sometime.
A coin show?
Yes. For us old farts.
I'll raid Falling Freely at Michael's request. They're painting.
Yeah.
Michael, are you at
12th.
home? Hey, Jim, we're about to raid. So you came in right at the right time, I guess. Let's see. Paste. There was actually some drama at the World Championships for Blood on the Clock Tower. Because they have a voting system where you have to log in to vote.
Yeah.
And apparently there was somebody creating multiple accounts and getting around their voting system and stack the votes in certain ways. So they contacted all of the script writers and they're going to rerun the top 8. So they're going to rerun it.
Wow.
Which is I mean, they contacted all of them and they said, "Hey, what do you guys think is fair?" You know, they came up with a plan.
And they're good with that. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're like, "Yeah, let's do it." So
okay, cool.
plus it gives them more chances for their scripts to be seen and things like that. So we'll see how it goes, but yeah. Woo. Kara's having a tea party tomorrow.
Congratulations.
And then she's coming to hang out. Unironically love Gangnam Style. That was a good joke, by the way. All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Jazz hands.
I'll be painting next week.
Yay.
I promise. You're heard it here first. As long as I get my molds done first.
And then we'll start seeing some of those NMM
practices.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I don't have any more tours for a while. I did 5 tours this week.
Yeah. So let's see. 150.
Just kidding. I love seeing everybody.
I think you owe me $200.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Take it out of Bill's paycheck.
Oh, okay.
All right. Bye, everybody. Oh, I got to start the raid. What am I doing? Bye.
Hey, John. Can I have a tour?